Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today's video, we're going to be talking about niche fragrances, and in specific, we're going to be talking about niche clone fragrances. So I love niche fragrances, but unfortunately, they are extremely expensive. So today I went through, I picked out, I think 6 great cheap alternatives. These are all going to be under $40, I think, except one. One of these is going to be like 50 some, but the rest are under 40. And they're all amazing alternatives to very expensive fragrances. If you're into content like that, I pretty much only post cheap fragrances that smell amazing, so maybe subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, first up on the list, Aether Straight by French Avenue. So this is a clone of Parfum de Marly's Greenly. We're gonna have base notes of musk, oak moss, and amberwood, middle notes of cedar, petitgrain, cashmere, and violet, with top notes of green apple, bergamot, and mandarin orange. Greenly, that DNA, I absolutely love it, and this stuff does an amazing job at capturing that, okay? Now, it's pretty much impossible, in my opinion, for a fragrance to get a one-to-one exact clone of any fragrance, let alone a niche one. So this one, I think, gets very close. It does a great job of capturing that amazing Greenly DNA. I love this stuff, man. It's that green apple and cedar is the main two things I get off this. I've compared this smell to like standing at the edge of like a forest and like you're getting the crisp wind coming off the wood and the trees and all that. It's so green and natural, bro. I love this stuff. If you enjoy the smell of nature, green, this stuff is amazing. It's slightly earthy with that oak moss in there, but overall a fresh, natural smelling fragrance, and it's absolutely beautiful DNA. I love to smell this stuff. It's so refreshing to smell. A great choice for pretty much any time of the year, but specifically spring and summer, man. That's going to be the time this shines. Now, unfortunately, the performance on this one is meh. We're going to get about 5 hours of longevity out of this. Then again, Greenly itself doesn't have the best performance, especially for the price point. So the cologne, like I said, about 5 hours of solid performance. Not amazing, but you know, it's not one that's gonna last you all day. But you're going out, you know, running errands, yada, day out, like throw this stuff on, spray it pretty heavily. You know, it is a lighter scent, so not the strongest. So I would give it a good 6 sprays, I would say, and you're gonna get a good solid 5 hours of it. So yeah. For 30 bucks, I'd highly recommend it. That's Aether Straight by French Avenue. All right, next up on the list, Aromatics' Royal Taboo. So this one right here, if you are you're a man, you're a grown man, but you want to smell a little sweet, but still keep that masculinity, you know, nothing too sweet. You like stronger masculine fragrances, but you want something a little sweeter, this is a high recommendation for you. This is a clone of Creed Centaurus. We're gonna have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, patchouli, and dry wood. Middle notes of tobacco, cashmere wood, and jasmine, with top notes of cardamom, cinnamon, benzoin, and amber. Like I said, clone of Creed Centaurus, and man, this stuff is sweet, sexy, and strong, and a little bit spicy, but man, grown man, like I said, you want that vanilla, you know, but you don't want it to be like what the younger guys are wearing, like a lot of those, you know, vanilla designer fragrances. You want something that's going to be masculine and strong. This stuff is right up that alley. Now, I will say the performance is beast mode on this. This stuff is a bomb. Do not spray a lot of this, okay? If you spray 6 sprays of this, you will be smelled from about 40 feet away. All right, okay, maybe a slight exaggeration, maybe like 10, but it's going to last you all day, man. You're gonna get 12 hours plus out of this, in my opinion. It's pretty much gonna be there till you wipe it off. And like I said, it's a strong, bold scent. It's definitely not an office scent. This is something maybe wear on a date night, but keep it down, okay? Do maybe 2-3 sprays, keep it subtle, and you're gonna smell masculine, and but still a little bit sweet. Beautiful mix of vanilla, cardamom, and cinnamon off this stuff, man. So strong, but so good. So good. Aromatic, they did a great job with this stuff. I highly recommend Royal Taboo. Okay, next up, we're going to be talking Joe Milano's Game of Spades Wildcard. So this one is a clone of Bond No. 9's Lafayette Street. It's going to have base notes of tonka bean and ambergris, middle notes of apple, ambroxan, and vanilla, with top notes of flower, bergamot, and coriander. So listen, man, Bond No. 9 Lafayette Street, my favorite Bond No. 9, and this stuff is an absolutely amazing clone of it. It's super close to the original, in my opinion. The original has a little more zest to it, you could say, but this one really captures it so well. Kills the DNA out of the park, man. It's just so similar and it's so good. This one, a little hard for me to explain this scent. Aftershavey, super synthetic smell. Then again, all these Bond number 9s are all synthetic smells in my opinion. None of them smell really natural, so synthetic is not always a bad thing. And this is a synthetic smelling fragrance, but an amazing smelling fragrance, man. This one is probably the most versatile fragrance I own, or one of them. I'm talking about you can wear this in spring, summer, fall, winter, any time of the year, any time of the day, morning, afternoon, night, overnight, doesn't matter. Wear it to bed, wear it in the morning, wear it in the cold, wear it in the hot, man. This stuff is a beast. Compliment getting, mass appealing, but still unique, man. This doesn't smell like really anything that's in your local Sephora. You know, it's unique, but it's still mass appealing, which in my opinion can be a little hard to find because a lot of the mass appealing ones can tend to be a little bit redundant. All right, but this stuff is different, man. I'd highly recommend it. Now, this is the one that I said was in the $50 range. It's around there, but you get a super high quality glass, super high quality lid, pressurized atomizer. I mean, you get all the good stuff, man. I'd highly recommend it if you have that money to spend. That's Joe Milano, Game of Spades wildcard. Alrighty, boys, next up on the list, we're talking Club de Nuit Sillage. This is a clone of Creed Silver Mountain Water. It's going to have base notes of ambroxan, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. Middle notes of rose, iris, and jasmine, with top notes bergamot, lemon, lime, black currant, violet leaf, and ginger. So, Club de Nuit Sillage, man. When it comes to this list, this is the most polarizing on this list, in my opinion. Like the most unique, right? This is a very different smell, in my opinion. You get off the top the citrusy. It's certainly some citrus notes on the tops, but the base to this is it's inky, man. I could see ink being a note in this. I literally smell like under the citrus smell of wet ink, literally. Inky and metallic, man. That's the two things that this base smells like to me, and it's good, man. It's really good. It's really, really unique though. I wouldn't say this is a blind buy safe in my opinion. Unless you're cool with blind buying a $30 fragrance, you know, and if you don't like it, it's at least it was only $30, you know. That's kind of how I am. But if you're not as cool with that risk, maybe not. Maybe get familiar with the DNA, get a decan of the original first, perhaps. But it does a good job of capturing the DNA. I do like the original better, okay, but this is a solid clone of it. And like I said, if polarizing unique fragrance is something you're looking for out of this video, maybe check that out. That's Club de Nuit Sillage. All right, the last two fragrances on this list are big hitters, man. First up is Vulcan Fu. Vulcan Fu by French Avenue, not sure which. This is a clone of God of Fire. It's gonna have base notes of tonka bean, cedarwood, ambergris, and moss. Middle notes of pink pepper, jasmine, violet, and praline, with top notes of mango, lemon, ginger, and rhubarb. So, listen, man, that's a lot of notes, but honestly, we're talking about mango, okay? If you like the smell of mango, you will love Vulcan Fu. But if you don't think you would like to smell like a mango, just skip it, man, because that's what it ultimately smells like. Yes, there's other nuances. You get the pink pepper, you get the cedarwood, but mainly just a big, juicy mango, man. Juicy. This is mouth-watering stuff, in my opinion. It really captures that smell of just a fresh mango. Like, it's so good. So good. For the summertime, man, absolute killer. One of the best, one of my highest recommended for summertime. This stuff is hyped up for a reason, man. $40, it's killer stuff, man. Highly recommend it. The performance is great. I'm gonna get a solid 8-9 hours out of it. Just all around a solid fragrance. It's Vulcan Fu by French Avenue. And last on this list, and in my opinion, the king of niche clone fragrances, Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition, man. If you've heard about it, then you know. If you haven't heard about it, I don't know how. Okay, this is a clone of Creed Absolute Aventus. It's gonna have base notes of oak moss, musk, and ambergris, middle notes of orange blossom, birch, and amber, with top notes of pineapple, bergamot, white flowers, and apple. We're talking about fruity, smoky, and earthy, man. That's your three top things with this, okay? You get that nice blast of fruit off the top, and it's got the smokiness similar to your original Aventus DNA style, but then this has, it's the oak moss in it that gives it an earthiness to it. like a dark earthiness, man. And it's done so well because it's still kind of a bright fragrance, man. The fruity, like, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. I've recommended it so much on this channel. You would think they're paying me. Trust me, they're not paying a guy with 400 subscribers. Okay, but they should be, because I have been glazing this stuff, as the kids say, and I love it. For $35, one of my best purchases in my entire collection. I am rebuying this when I run out, and I will forever, as long as they make it. So yeah, Off Non Supremacy Collector's Edition, highly recommended. That's gonna be it for me, man. Just a quick little video giving y'all some recommendations. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one.